First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
And you think back to the success of throwing the football to win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give, right side for Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
Shrugs it off. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down and 4. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
60 Eagles.
Gibbs on the toss left. Muscles him off. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. The Falcons at 3-6 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. A give to Robinson on the option.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Warriors, 19, Tiger, 19, Buffalo 18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
And looking to throw, Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Looking to throw, Penix. And he slings one that's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check that, check.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, 32 yards. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. James Pierce coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jack Fox now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Bud.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hawk 70. 19. No.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. Now inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 63 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set up. Liking it.
Penix working out of the gun here. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, 65 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Here we go, set. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there. It's going to get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Come on, set. 70 Lions.
To the air, Penix. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The career is my stake when you're proud.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7.
Ready. 18 Cardinal.
They run the counter. Haynes. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
70 Rangers. 19 Tiger. Set go.
On third down, Penix from the gun. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 in.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basics.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Warriors 70.
They'll throw with Penix. He finds his man, complete. It's Haynes. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had It's well wide to the left, and that'll keep this a one-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would... Williams loses the football, and the Falcons grab him. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Yeah, right. Too humble. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Go.
He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
He'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Williams being motioned left. Now back to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They throw it out right complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll toss this right side to Moss. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. A play fake. Now Penix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Penix. A shot downfield for Burks.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
looking to throw. Penix.
Throw left side complete. That's Haynes. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They are going for it. Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they have regained the lead. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try the left side. It's Haynes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Robinson hauling it in outright.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
That's good.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
29-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he stopped immediately there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. In motion right, that's Williams. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, set. Back row 80.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And some room to maneuver. Still on his feet. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 25-yard line. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
7 yards. First down, Detroit.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18.
They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball. That's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked out, went in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Reload, reload. Check out.
Gibbs going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Cowboy 80.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Falcons 23. Jack Fox.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hey! Bravo 80.
To the air, Penix. Over the middle, complete. It's Haynes. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Nice. Go. Please. Cougar 19. 19 Lion.
Looking to throw, Penix. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
3 points are huge.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
29, Lions 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Lions
back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
A third quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now a toss here. Moss running to the left. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons 33. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play to expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. A quick throw there out to Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Fields. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He'll swing this out to Moss.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here we go.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
They'll look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Penix. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now a handoff up the middle. Haynes. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll throw with Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Haynes. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. On this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Watch him right here. Go, go, go. Tank's coming. Double up. Drop goal 80.
Now Penix. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Haynes. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle they go. Haynes. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 by 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Haynes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
Cougar 19. Go.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
29-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now a toss play to Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
back to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And looking to throw, Penix. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Get him. 18, Rattler. 60, Maverick. 60, Mustang, 19. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. That is caught. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, one shot.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Here comes second down. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Back to throw here. That is caught by Laporta. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here at OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Falcons 39. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Back in. Kill.
Up the middle they go. It's Haynes. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Intended for Darius Toney. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Riggs. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. Check go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
A play fake. Now Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now Penix going to hold on to it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 more yards. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
To the air, Penix. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Haynes. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Viking 18. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Penix to the air once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
3 yards to go.
A field goal does nothing. It is touchdown or bust as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Hurt. Motion. 79. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw, Penix. They'll try to, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 6 yards on the touchdown run.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.